Assimilate SCRATCH is a super cool program or software that allows you to do a lot of different things. So we have different versions of the product. You have Play, which is free, just to play any sort of footage. We have Lab, which is for on-set, dailies and conforming and transcoding and primary color correction and all the things that you do on-set and near set. And then we have Finish, which is basically how you finish your film. It does everything from conforming to all the color corrections that you need, and also compositing, so you can actually put any sort of plugins and do a bit of compositing with it, and then finish your film, export, put titles, and create your own stuff. The new version of Scratch has a lot of new tools coming up. The big changes are in we basically are using more and more plugins. So we are supporting all the Generates plugins and all the Boris effects plugins, and also we introduced and we worked a lot on the plugins that are actually internal of Scratch. So for example, one could be the retimer. I really like this new feature because the retimer now is working really cool. So you can do motion blur and you have an animation curve and do all your speed ramps and everything inside Scratch right away. Other tools, well, we improved the color engine a lot, so we have lots of tools in there. But mainly we also focusing on the collaborative tools. So that was in V8 already, but is improving more and more. So you can actually remote grading with multiple scratches from around the world, and you can publish your material online and be able to view it right away, obviously with a lot of security and everything. But it's basically opening doors to actually work more and more on Scratch for on-set and in a post house and share all the information very easily. Scratch is GPU based, so all is in the OpenGL engine. So the better the graphic card, the better Scratch can fly and go really fast. We are using the W9100 here on this machine. This is a Dell machine, the latest one is the Precision Tower 7810 with an AMD, the latest one. So this machine is really flying, and I can just show you. So here we are, I'm showing Scratch version 8.2, and I'm gonna just quickly enter a new project to show you how the speed of the graphic card is helping here. So this is an empty timeline, or a construct, how we call it in Scratch, and I can very quickly load some clips. These are the type of clips that you can read inside of Scratch, so you have all the native raw material that reads automatically in Scratch. This right here is a card full of F65 shots, so you can preview the material right there, and it tells you exactly what it is, 4K shot with F65, and you have all the metadata right here. The cool thing is I hit play, and I can just preview the material right away, and the real time is just there. You see the HD project, and this is the 4K material that I'm running into there. I've got real-time playback, I've got real-time color correction happening right there. So you see the response, the machine is very responsive, so I can do pretty much all the things I want very quickly. And also, let's just leave this shot in range. And let's even try something even more strong on here. So I'm going to create a layer of color correction. And actually this time I'm going to do a circle and maybe just like a smaller one like that, and smooth the inside a little bit. And what I'm doing is basically just scaling, okay? Now the material, it's not showing something there, but let's let it play. Maybe go here, okay, so you can see. And so I just made it slightly smaller, and what I can do is copy and paste this layer over and over, just to show you how many layers of colors correction you can increase and put there. So I never lose the real time, and I can copy it over and over, and I can keep going in real time right there. The other new things that you have is that you can actually insert. So let me create another version of this shot and basically reset it. So let's go back to normal. You can see like I never lose my real time. On this shot right here, I can do, for example, a different color correction. So just set the configuration to maybe a different color setup. So you can see how you can easily jump between different versions and you never lose your speed, basically. So in this shot right here, what I'm going to try is actually having some plugins to show you the new plugins that we can do. So I can insert all sort of plugins. I've got Boris effects right here, I've got all the monsters, and I've got all the Sapphire as well. So I can choose any plugin that I can use, retimers or defocus. Actually, Scratch has now a new retimer inside the machine itself. So I can insert the new retimers right here. And that gives me the ability to either change the percentage and create all the speed ramps that I want, and I can actually animate these speed ramps inside my curve. So really either smooth the speed or slow it down or make it faster. So you see, like, it is responsive and the interface is really easy to use. So again, it's F65 material, and that's because of the AMD card and the power of the machine and Scratch.